Hey everybody, how's it going? Figured I'm really tired, but I figured we'd do a little short Doki Doki stream because we've got a little bit more to do. Sorry I haven't been on in like a week, but I started doing work again and I'm exhausted. And I also had some digestive pain all last week, which is fantastic, but I'm doing a lot better now. So yeah, I figured I'd stream a little bit because I miss you guys. It's been a little bit too long, I think. Yeah, I've been taking streaming just kind of like when I sort of feel up to it and when I feel like I can like engage and be entertaining and fun and not just sit here being like, my stomach hurts for hours, because that would be no fun. Yeah, I've slept all day today because my new old job, my old new job, I've been doing it, for years, but obviously during quarantine and COVID and stuff, it's been closed. And I'm back doing it, but it requires waking up at 8:30 in the morning, which my brain doesn't like doing, and then working for 14 straight hours, which my brain doesn't like doing. I do much better with short periods of work, or if they're longer, being later in the day and having breaks to like nap and stuff. So I didn't wake up today until like 12:30, and then I just had a 2-hour nap and woke up and went, yeah, I could probably stream. I haven't done anything in days. I had like a big shoot, not yesterday, but the Sunday before, and I got like exhausted from that. And then I just had things every single day where like, I don't know, I had shit to do Wednesday, so I couldn't stream. And then I always do, like, I call my dad every Thursday, and my physio got moved to Thursday this week. And I was like, I can't really do physiotherapy and get really gross and sweaty and exhausted, and then like I always have a shower right after, and I don't want to stream with like wet hair because my hair takes about 8 million years to dry. But I was just like, yeah, no, I just don't have any day where it's like I'm not gonna be fucking exhausted. And then today I was even like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream. I want to, but I'm fucking tired. But naps always help with that. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot better. I can stream more now. And I'm getting my second COVID shot in 2 weeks. So on the 25th, I think it is, the Friday. And I'm super, super excited for that. And my boss is giving me that weekend off so I can just sit in bed and not feel good, but also super excited. And then once I'm fully vaccinated, I'm going to take like the 2 weeks or so for everything to like fully ingrain itself in my body, and then whenever I can, my boss is gonna give me some time off so I can go see my parents for a week. I just need to like get out of this house, just see things that are different. I haven't seen my parents in a while. I saw them, they came by to visit around Christmas, to just drop off presents and say hi for like an hour. And we were like masked the whole time. Like my parents are medical professionals and I'm very disabled, so I've been very, very, very careful. But I'm excited to be, pint shots are good, yay! I don't know if you know, but Salt's getting his shot in a couple days, and I'm so excited. Like a whole bunch of people I know are getting their shots in the next 2-ish weeks. And I'm so excited because then we can like, you're gonna have stream. Yeah, I'm so happy. Especially like him getting vaccinated like before me. Like mine's about as easy as would be convenient because I can't really take time off before the 25th, because my boss is away, so I can't take time off. Like I can't take like a full week off until like that point. So I'm very glad about the timing of mine, but like people getting their shots even earlier is like really exciting, especially because I know like Salt's been offering to take people to like their vaccine shots and stuff, and yeah, I'm hoping, because I know also like his other partner is getting vaccinated around the same time as me. I just hope Hella gets her second dose soon too. And then my partner should be soonish as well. Like eligible to rebook, and I'm very excited. But yeah, I need to see people again. I've been just like so mentally not okay. I had a big bad day yesterday. Yesterday was awful. One of the hardest days I've had in a while, just because like I was tired and I'm emotionally just drained at this point. But I'm doing better now. I will say there's nothing like crying for like an hour. I would say don't do that while you're working. That was complicated. But like having a nice good cry is very cathartic and helpful. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go see my parents. My parents have a pool, so I'm gonna go swimming. And like they live in a neighborhood with a lot like lower cases than where I live, so I'll be able to like I'm obviously gonna still be careful because not everyone's fully vaccinated, but I'll be able to like go outside and go for a walk and not like I don't have to worry about wearing a mask like every time I fucking leave my bedroom. That's an exaggeration. I don't wear my mask in the house, but like because I live in a shared building. There's other apartments here. I have to wear my mask when I leave our apartment, so it's not my favorite. But I've gotten to the point where like there's no one outside, so I'm like finally comfortable like being maskless at like midnight outside because there's nobody. But yeah, I still get like panicky being in a building with other people. Even with a mask on, I like freak out. So I'm hoping seeing my parents helps me get a little bit better at like talking to people. That would be nice. Yeah, so I think we got DDLC today. I legitimately can't remember where we are. I just know we're in the horror section, so like trigger warnings for people. Shit's gonna be upsetting, and I will give more specific warnings when we get like close to bits I know are a problem. And fun fact, I don't know all the details, but E3 is happening kind of like now. And like an updated version of DDLC was like just announced, and I'm so excited. And it's coming to the Switch, which is excellent, except for I can't stream from my Switch because I have a Switch Lite, so that doesn't help me any. But I'm really excited because there's like side quests and like new stuff. So I probably won't necessarily do that like soon, and I also don't know when it's even coming out. But if there's like a PC like update or whatever, I'll update my game, and like maybe we can explore that stuff together. Or I'm like, if people are chill with that. Otherwise I might just like play it and see what it's like and then share it with people, just so that like there's not like sudden triggers and stuff. I don't know. It depends on like where the new sections are, if they're in the first half of the game or the second half. But if I do play the new version on stream, and like sudden surprise triggers are not cool for you, I can always add trigger warnings in post when I do my VOD. So no matter what, I'll try and make it as accessible as possible. But yeah, we should do the game because I only have like an hour. Game, glitchy game. I have to move this so that I can see chat. Woo. Okay, where the fuck even were we? What day were we on? I don't even remember. It's been 2 weeks. It's okay, we'll figure it out. I think it's like the second day. I don't think it really matters who you go for. God, I want a dog so bad. Just clicking puppy. I'm like, oh, I want a puppy. I want a puppy and I can't have a puppy. I've been looking at dogs like on Pet Finder and like looking at local shelters, and it's just been nothing but pain, actually. Because I keep falling in love with dogs and I can't have them. I won't be able to adopt a dog for like a year because I want to wait until after top surgery so that I don't have a puppy being like, you can't cuddle me all of a sudden. Yeah, let's just click that one. That sounds fun. Suicide and ice cream. Good times. Oh, let's click the glitch. Oh, that was... Oh, always click the glitches, you know? They're uncontrollable. Oh, no, I didn't want that sound. Cool. Cool times. And yeah, pups are super cute. My fucking For You page on TikTok is like mostly puppies at this point, and it's a problem. It's puppies and Bo Burnham. And Loki. I'm doing mentally well. I'm definitely mentally stable, and that's why all of the sounds on my For You page are from Bo Burnham. It's great. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Azura. Yeah, Yuri, you're not having a good time. You're just a disembodied titty and some hair, which is like, sometimes when I'm tired, that's what I feel like my whole personality is. It's just hair and disembodied titties. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. Oh yes, the glorious expression on the titty. It's just titty. That's a very, very confusing expression. The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Oh yeah, the like fight with Yuri and Natsuki happened, and they got way worse than the first time. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Yeah, something was off. Maybe some 1 became a 0. I don't know, something's off. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Yeah, don't do that. Don't just decide someone can't be bad and then like they act like a complete dickhead and like go like, ah, but you're fine. Like, in this situation, we know Yuri is actually not like this and like something weird is up. But in real life, if someone's like nice to you most of the time and nice to most people most of the time and then suddenly snaps is like super fucking not okay, something is wrong. Either they're having like something really bad is happening to them and they're lashing out, or they're actually abusive and something's happening in their life and they're lashing out. So like, get them help. Don't just be like, oh, you can't be bad. No, good people can do bad things, and they can only stay good people if someone tells them when they start not being that. I actually had that happen once where someone was spreading like a really bad rumor about me that wasn't actually accurate. And someone told me about it. It was like, oh, I was so shocked because I'm like, you could never do anything like that. I would never believe anything bad about you. I'm like, I know that's supposed to be reassuring because you didn't believe this bad rumor about me, but actually, like, if you legitimately think I did a bad thing, please tell me. It's not as reassuring as it sounds. Like, I don't want people to just be like, oh, you're so perfect, ooh, innocent. Like, no, if I'm being a dick, just tell me, please. And I can be a dick. I know it. I know I'm an asshole sometimes. We all are. I just kind of get cranky sometimes. Just fucking... I'd rather someone, like, tell me and be honest and be able to see me as who I am than just like pretend I'm either the worst person to walk the earth or the best person who farts rainbows. Like, nuance. People contain multitudes. I'm like Legion. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. That's not how that works. Azura, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's been a bit brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. Yeah, that seems a bit weird. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know this is stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Eh?
Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. That seems weird. That seems weird. I don't know why Natsuki, well, I do, but it's weird that Natsuki does not remember the huge fucking fight they had. Even in our time, it's only been 2 weeks. Jesus. Natsuki just doesn't remember. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
But...
I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Hee hee.
No, not at all. I don't hate you.
Aha! Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be so late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Aha! What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet.
Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed.
Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Azura. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me.
In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Azura, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway.
Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but I need to try and calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick little this. There's gonna be some triggering stuff in a second. When it gets closer, I will be a bit more specific, but, oh no, I guess I can say now. There will be self-harm in like, I don't know, like 30 seconds. So if like images of self-harm are not cool for you, you might want to not be here or like not look at the video for a second. I'll give you like a heads up when it's about to happen, and then I'll let you know when it's like done. But Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here.
Yeah, last time she let us come with her. So, this is different.
It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. So this is, you might want to look away now. The next time we see Yuri, it's going to be an issue if you like. It's going to be trigger warning, self-harm stuff. Okay. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. So yeah, this is your last chance. Trigger warning. Just don't look at this if you need to not. Yuri? Yeah. And it's rewinding.
I'm back.
Okay, it's safe to look now. The bit is over.
Thanks for waiting patiently. Azura, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Yeah. Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Azura. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Azura, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why's that?
It's just a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because
your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each one holding half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Yeah, she's being less apprehensive. She's being a lot more obsessive. Because, like, I'm pretty sure even if I had written, like, there was no, like, gap where it talked about Natsuki at all. Even if you write your poem for Natsuki at this point, you can only hang out with Yuri. Yuri will not let you be with anyone else. Which is not a good sign. And as far as self-harm goes, I used to do stuff like that, and yeah, I wish when people found out, just time rewound and they forgot about it. That would have been great.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
She's so fucking cute. She's so cute. But yeah, I will say, if you find out someone's like hurting themselves, shame doesn't help. Don't shame them. Don't make a huge deal about it. I guess just like talk with them about like what's up. If they're willing to talk about it, then professional help's always good. Finding better coping mechanisms and stuff. Yeah, and if you see someone who has scars, don't comment on it. Like, if someone's recovered from that, just don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. It's not important unless they want to talk about it. And even medical scars. Like, if someone has a scar anywhere of any kind, don't talk about it. If someone's got a burn mark on them, don't talk about it. If someone's got self-harm scars, don't talk about it. If someone has a big surgical scar, do not talk about it. Like, don't stare, don't worry about it. That's just what their body looks like, and don't worry about it. She holds it so that I don't have any harder a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Why? Why am I losing frames? Stop it, internet. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Azura.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. Well, this is new.
I can't. Azura.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over.
Azura. My heart won't stop pounding, Azura. I can't calm down.
Yeah, that happens when people feed me chocolate, too.
I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Azura?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you.
Oh, your eyes are a problem, Yuri. That is absolutely a problem. Whites of your eyes is not a good sign. Maybe lower those eyelids just a tad. And, like, breathe.
Like, don't make a person your special interest like that. That's weird. Don't do that. And she's just breathing at us. Great. Fucking chill. It's time to share poems. All right, cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. That is what we like to see, is someone getting so obsessed with us that they drag us into a closet and then just stare at us, breathing. That's not flattering at all. Like, for real though, that is not romantic. Nothing is wrong here, no siree. No, this is totally normal. Healthy behavior from someone who has a crush on you. Not a massive red flag at all. Legitimately, actually, like, all sarcasm aside, if someone, like, is acting that obsessed with you, there is a problem. That is a red flag. That is not okay. And yeah, they shouldn't be, like, losing their fucking mind and, like, thinking of nothing but you. And if an autistic person says that they can't think of their special interest anymore and only about you, that's not good. That's not a good thing. I say this as an autistic person who has had people as a special interest before. Like, you have to be fucking careful to still respect boundaries when your brain decides, I am obsessed with a human person. It's like, I'm obsessed with this human person's art and not their personal life. And that is fine. But my goodness, it is not flattering when someone's like, knows everything about you, like comments on everything you do, seems to know more about you than they should, like acts like they couldn't live without you. Like, that's scary, and manipulative and not cool. So don't do that. And if someone does do that to you, like, someone else's mental health is not your problem if it's causing your mental health to suffer. And if it's making you feel like unsafe, like, find support, because that's not okay. And if anyone ever says like they can't live without you, fucking run. Get away. Get away. That's not romantic. That's not cute. That's not a good look. That's not it, chief. Like, just get. So that is like a short trip to Stalker Town, and I can tell you from experience, stalkers are not fun. I'm very much not a fan. I don't want to talk to anybody. Natsuki is being the most reasonable, so I'll talk to her. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Whew. Huh? Phew what? Oh, well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Ha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever. But, you know, Monica and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try and learn something, or you'll never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it. And it's the spider one again, and it's the same. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's is way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as 2 of the girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Man, fucking Natsuki gets the short end of the stick in this game, honestly. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now. Monica scares me, but Yuri's being weird. Maybe Yuri? I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Azura, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Azura. Everything that you wrote is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Azura? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Okay, this is a new poem. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning on an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. Jesus fucking Christ, Yuri. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Alright. Feels a little bit like cosmic horror. Like, if Cthulhu suddenly showed up, I would not be surprised. Jesus fucking Christ. Yuri. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we just pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Alright, Yuri. Nice. You stole my pen. Stalkerish behavior. Big red flag. Do not do that. Azura, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. When Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. Hi, Tara. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Monica's being a bit much. She's definitely talking about things that are none of her fucking business. Hope your day's been good, Tara. It's a stream, and it's horror, and It's upsetting. Yuri's being a fucking problem and Monika's being mean. Like, the only one kind of behaving normal is Natsuki. Hell yeah. I'm not saying it's your fault, though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think that if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Clearly you don't if you're being ableist to your other club members because you're horny for the main character, my lady. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. The second part of DDLC, or the problem party. Yes, Pint. Yeah, they're all being a fucking problem. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. Monika, you have a problem. Oh, God. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. This is fine. Just flames everywhere. This is totally fine. I'm okay. I've got my mug, and I will be fine. Fucking hell. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Oh God, Monika, stop talking to me. Yeah, Yuri will be fine. I might not be fine because Monika's, talking directly to me. That's fun. And please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Fucking... I've unlocked a special poem. Yeah, sure, let's read it. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side. Or to a wall. Anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Alright. Cool. That's not a great dream. Why is... I think that's Sayori sideways in the corner. That's fun. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Azura joined, and we've started with some club activities. This isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. The festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at this the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else.
should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Azura? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Azura to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Azura joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And if Azura isn't even passionate about literature in the first place, and that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you really should consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Azura want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Azura, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, I remember you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? It might have been, actually, Monica.
Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Azura, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I would have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki.
Natsuki ignores Yuri, and I am dumb. I hit that button too fast. And walks right out of the classroom. Sorry about that.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself.
God damn it, Yuri. Oh, God.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club.
Maybe calm down.
What about you, Azura? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri! Why? Why, game? Okay, so you can hear me. Let me know if once you can hear the game, because it's... Or if I'm, like, peeking, because I think some stuff is... Okay, yeah. It's... being a whole fucking butthole today. There, let me know if that's a little bit better on the audio. I turned myself down. Jesus. Jeebus. Better? Still loud? I can... That's probably better. I don't even know if it's using the same mic as before, or if it's just using my fucking webcam now. That's too quiet. Middle. Is that better? Is that better? Bah. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out where the fuck my game went. Okay. Yeah, Monica's just like, no. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, I can... There, that's probably a bit better. Where the fuck is the fucking game audio? Where did that go? Fucking... Why? Why can't things just work? Here, I'm just gonna save that. I'm gonna do a quick, just switch here. I'm gonna see if I can make the game audio come back. Okay, I should be able to fix this. Fucking hell. Okay, reopen the game. Okay. Once the game audio comes back, let me know. Fucking fuck, why? There, can you hear it? Is it happening? Is it happening, and is the game audio at a good level? I see my game audio mixer thing making sound. I just don't know if that's it hearing me, or I don't know what the fuck is happening. We have solved the problem. We have... Hell yes. We have vanquished Monica's ghost, and the game is working again. There we go. So, Jesus. So yeah, here's the audio history. Things should be good now. Oh, I didn't even switch the game. Yeah, that's the history of the thing. Let me see. Is everything working? You see, also has the... Oh, while we're here, since we're switching things up, some more game stuff has changed. So let me show you this shit. So this is new, and this is new. Let me see if I can open that and then make that show up. So yeah, that's new. That's new. Trying to see if I can make those show up on stream. So let me just so I'm gonna one sec. Oh geez. Welcome, Salt. You're gonna have to catch the VOD for like some more of this stuff. Yeah, you're showing up for the curse shit. I mean, you just missed everything getting fucking weird. There's a bunch of tech problems, but Yuri's given us some weird stalkery obsession vibes, and there's been some fourth wall stuff, slightly. Monica was like, you know when she says to like save the game, she's like, hey bud, Can you hear me? I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. No. Monica is doing some weird shit. Yeah, there's been definitely some like glitchy shit going on. Natsuki completely didn't remember our fight from yesterday. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to get this notepad shit to pop up. I really have no idea why in my capture stuff, all I can see is a fucking calculator that's not even open. There we go. So this just popped up. Which says, "Can you hear me? There is a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot." That's a fucked up way to be. Maybe don't be that. Maybe that's not super accessible. That's not acceptable at all. And this one's just like, a billion times. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? So that's the new fun stuff that's going on in this fucking happy place. Okay, these three are still here. Fun fucking times. Fuck me, Jesus. So that's what's happening here. Just as a fun FYI. Hey, Monica, chill. Yeah, she's being a bit of an awful human being. Like, oh, I pushed them to kill themselves, so it's not really my fault because they were already depressed. So I just, enabled them. Like, that's not cool, Monica. Monica, maybe if you take an action that causes someone's mental health to decline, it's your fault. Whether or not they had the mental health problem to start with, you making it worse is your fault. And you shouldn't do that to people, because that's not fucking okay. Every part of this is completely unacceptable. And speaking of, this stuff is popping up in the background while Monica right now is saying, Yuri's a wonderful friend. Yuri is a wonderful friend, but you don't blame yourself for pushing her to hurt herself more. You don't blame yourself. You just want me to hate them. No matter what you do, you can't make me hate her. But she's a wonderful friend. Okay. Like, that's some toxic, manipulative, abusive shit. And don't be like that. That is not how to be a friend. That is some shitty fucking toxic behavior, and don't do that. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Sure you do, buddy. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Azura? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Azura before we leave. just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew! Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Azura, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy.
The best club ever? You mean a vehicle for your horniness, Monica?
Yeah, pretty much. She's basically like, I want the boy, and I'm gonna ruin everyone for...
The background's getting a bit fuzzy.
I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Aha, sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here.
Monica? Monica? Monica?
What fourth wall? What fourth wall? Fourth wall? I don't even know her. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time we've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No.
Hey, Monica, I know this person named Flowey. You should probably not talk to each other.
Yeah. So, this is kind of why I'm so glad you played Undertale before seeing me play this.
Fuck.
Flower. Fear. Candy. Oh, someone popped down in the corner that was weird. Frightening. Destiny. What? Someone's bumping that shouldn't be. Smile. Jumpy. Fluffy. Unending. Uncontrollable. Memories. Portrait. That one. Unrestrained. Raindrops. Milk. The numbers are very weird. That I noticed. Puppy. Horror. Disoriented. That's a number, yeah. It's just some numbers. Poof. Oh my god. Hi, Sayori. Hello. Also, content warning for suicide, but there's a picture in the background you might recognize, just in this region. Yeah, so that happens randomly, otherwise I would have warned you before it popped up, but that just sort of randomly happens. Tara had never noticed that before? Yeah, that happens in the background. Yeah. Isn't that fantastic?
Hi, Azura. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today.
Monica, I told you not to... is she really late again?
Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
What are you talking about? You say that like I do that on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what has gotten into you lately?
Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad?
See, it is something.
I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it.
Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything.
Aw, man, I'm the last one here again. Monika's what's gotten into both of you. Yeah, kinda. Kinda just a little bit. And Natsuki is actually being fairly normal. I mean, she's always been a little mean. She's only mostly, like, replying to, like Yuri's amping things up. So, like, during the argument, Natsuki was a little bit weird, but otherwise she's been fairly normal. But, my god. I'm the last one here again. Still will forever love Yuri. Yeah, because this is not really her. This is her after being manipulated by an abuser, right? It's not entirely her fault. Well, Azura just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Aha. You must have a load of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, no, Monika, you're not allowed to have determination. Yeah, Monika specifically should maybe not with that, actually. If you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. See, this is the thing. Like, Monika's fucking with the two of them. And, like, it's made Natsuki a little bit meaner, Yuri a lot more obsessive, and, like, have a lot less control over herself than she normally does. But at their core, like, Yuri instantly was like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to hurt you. And Natsuki's like, yeah, I was being a little bit more hostile. Like, they're trying, even while being manipulated, to, like, be nicer. And this is kind of why, like, cutting toxic people out of friend groups is really important, because, like, they can make people behave in ways that they don't want to. Like, I've been in situations like that where someone, like, was extremely toxic and, like, manipulating people and being, like, basically pushing people's buttons to make them lash out and be mean to other people on their behalf or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, people who are genuinely trying to do good will keep trying to do that even when an abuser is trying to manipulate them. Yeah, they're trying to stay themselves. Like, they know something is wrong because they're not normally like that. And that's why, like, manipulative people need to be, like, addressed right away. And, like, the more upfront you are about it, the less easy it is for them to, like, continue manipulating people and hurting people. Because everything that's happened that Yuri's doing to Natsuki is kind of obliquely Monika's fault, right? And, like, that's why, like, it's kind of important when you see someone manipulating other people to speak up. Like, what was happening with Sayori happened because, like, Monika being, like, spending time with Sayori alone, and then Sayori would be like, oh, Monika told me this, Monika told me that, and getting worse. And it can be, like, really, really, really important to, like, notice when stuff like that happens, where it's like, oh, this one person keeps talking to people and talking about people and, like, taking control of situations, and, like, that's kind of a problem. Like, because even in the first playthrough, Monika was like, okay, well, we're doing this, I've decided that, you need to do what I want. And, like, the second time around, it's, like, talking about, like, both times has been talking about Sayori's mental health problems, Yuri's problems. There is, like, a line I missed, but it was like, the first part of the second, if you go with Natsuki first, then
She has like some stuff about her dad. Her dad's abusive. And then Monica starts talking about it as if it's her fucking business. So like Monica like gossips about other people, talks about other people's issues, is manipulative, like constantly doing shit she shouldn't be doing. I'm a pro, you know, so I'm gonna help you too, and we'll make sure it's done right.
Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica?
Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Azura, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could...
We already have plans today.
Ah, that's so, Yuri.
That's correct. Azura's already engaged in a novel that we were reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica?
I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yes, thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you.
So yeah, this is the same as the first. I should have the first time done with Natsuki first, because she does the same thing again. But yeah, there's gonna be trigger warning for self-harm again. When she... Just gonna like quickly skip. Yeah, so, problem. I skipped past it, sweet. Ah!
Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. That hasn't happened before or anything, right?
So, this is literally what happened the day before, is like Yuri went out in the hall and we saw her self-harm. And then the time rewound and we ended up back in the classroom, not knowing. She seems aware that that happened yesterday. On some level, she's aware that something fucking weird is happening.
My head has been a little fuzzy lately.
Like, the fact that she knows something weird is happening is, concerning? Upsetting? Something like that.
I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense.
Autism.
It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. Nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me. And it's just easier if I close myself off.
Yeah. That's legitimately what being autistic has felt like for me. And I think like a lot of neurodivergent people can sort of like relate to that, where it's like, you know, we share like our special interests and that sort of stuff, and then people get like fucking weird about it. Or like we info dump and we're really excited and we like share our passions, and people are like, oh, you're too passionate. I can't like handle how excited you are about this thing. It's a big mood. Yeah. And I think it's very common, and I think knowing that there's people who have that in common is nice, because, you know, when I'm around other like people who have this experience, I don't feel like I have to close myself off and pretend to be someone I'm not. I can just be me, and like if I info dump about a special interest, they'll be like, I'm so excited that you're happy. And if they like info dump, it's even if it's something I don't super care about the actual topic, it's like I love hearing about it. It's just people not being able to accept people's differences. It's a shame that isn't more normalized. Yeah, like everyone's interested in different things, and like neurotypical people info dump all the time. It's just about things that are considered more acceptable, like their job or sports. Like neurotypical guys going on and on and on about like sports statistics and like who won the Super Bowl, and having all of this in-depth knowledge about what happened when and like what players going where and all that stuff. Completely normal.
Like, if you info dump about sports and you're a dude, completely normal. If you info dump about makeup and fashion as a girl, or whatever, like, that's considered more normal. It's like, it's not even necessarily the excitement and the passion, it's what you're passionate about is acceptable or unacceptable. Like, if you're passionate about, like, literature and it's like, I don't know, the classics or something. Like, if you're super obsessed with Shakespeare, you're seen in a different light than if you're obsessed with, like, manga or something. When it's, like, not super different. Especially because Shakespeare's full of dicks jokes anyway. Like, it's not really highbrow. We just pretend that it is. It's just weird. Or, like, it's the same thing with the whole, like, Pride at, or kink at Pride thing. It's like, oh, you know, if you see a gay man at Pride in leather pants, it's kinky and it's sex and you shouldn't have that because it's exposing people to sex without their consent. And it's like, okay, but you're completely fucking fine with, like, people on motorcycles wearing leather pants because it's normal. It's just, wait, like, trust me, if you're riding a motorcycle, you want leather pants on. I have people I know in real life that wear leather pants, and that's just what you wear. Someone should write a Shakespearean manga, though. Absolutely. Hi, Alice. Yeah, it's double standards. Or, like, people will be like, oh, you know, if you wear, like, a leather harness or, like, a leather collar to Pride, you're, like, being sexual. But goth teenagers have been wearing that for years. Like, it's not necessarily explicitly sexual. Whereas, like, if you see a fucking, like, La Senza ad or a, an ad for like, God, like, straight sexuality is fucking everywhere. Like, that stuff's actually pushed in your face, like, way more. So, like, I'd rather just be open about it and be like, yeah, so, like, I've seen some pretty sexual jokes in, like, SpongeBob and, like, The Simpsons and, like, kids' cartoons. And, like, kids generally don't get it. They don't really care. They're just like, whatever. It's not something I'm interested in. You can't believe you've never come in before? Yeah, it's all good. I stream, like, kind of early. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, the double standard really bothers me. And, like, I don't know. As long as someone's not hurting other people, then I don't see what the issue is. The discussion about how the foundation of fandom and fan spaces is built by neurodivergent people is a thing more people need to talk about. Yeah, absolutely. And especially, like, the ageism in fandom as well these days. It's like, a lot of the people, they're told you're too old to be, like, writing fanfic and stuff. Like, they're, like, 30 and something, like my age. It's like, we built fandom. Like, all the spaces you use, we built. Like, we don't just leave the spaces we built. And, like, yeah, we're neurodivergent, so straight sexuality is practically inescapable, and yet when gay people do it for a month or less, people freak out. Yeah, it's fucking weird. And, like, trust me, like, I don't know, my parents walked around naked in the house all the time when I was a kid. I don't fucking care. I walked in my parents having sex. That did much less harm to me as a person than, like, seeing 9/11 live on TV when I was 10. Like, I'd much rather, honestly, between the two things I would have rather seen in class, I would rather have accidentally been shown porn, honestly, than have watched people die live on TV. So, like, sex is normal and natural, and, like, people are sexual beings from even before birth. So, like, it's just a normal part of who we are. And as long as you're not, like, infringing on someone's bodily autonomy, then it, like, that's the thing. People treat consent as, like, a be-all and end-all. Like, people didn't consent to seeing this. Like, the idea that you can't consent to seeing things, like, you cannot consent to seeing things, and therefore it shouldn't exist, is such a weird concept to me, because it's like, especially for gay people to have, it's like, you know, people didn't consent to seeing gay people holding hands or kissing as recently as, like, 10 years ago.
And even like World Pride in Toronto, like that was like 5-ish years ago. Like I got screamed at for holding hands with my girlfriend by like a homophobe. Like people don't consent to seeing a lot of things, but as long as I'm not like flashing you on purpose, which is involving you, or like, I don't know, like actually touching you, it's really none of your business what I wear. None of your business. It's just, a lot of online discourse is so fucking weird. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, let people be excited about things, let people be happy about things, even if those things are things that don't make sense to you, even if those things seem dark. Like, Yuri's obsessed with horror stuff. Like, as a person who's neurodivergent, horror is a outlet. Like, the reason I love this game so much is because, taking the dark parts of myself and making something beautiful with them, or seeing that other people have been through situations like I have and connecting to them and relating to them, or experiencing my trauma in a way that's more controlled. Like, if I read something that's, sure, like, thanks for stopping by, Salt. Have a good lurky lurk. I'll probably be stopping in a minute. But yeah, I really don't think it's, I don't know. If I'm reading a horror novel and it contains a piece of trauma that I've actually lived through, the reason that it's so cathartic for me is that I can, be like, oh, unlike the real traumatic situation I went through, I can close the book and put it down. At any time, I can revoke my consent and stop experiencing this thing, which makes it empowering for me. And I know that's not true for everyone with traumatic experiences. Like, I can watch things like fucking first season of Jessica Jones and be completely fine, because at any point in time I can pause the video and I know I'm okay. And it's fiction, and I know it's fiction, and I know no one's being hurt. I don't have to have empathy because it's actors. I know they're all okay. So like, I don't have to have empathy for real people. It's just fictional constructs, and I'm cool. And I know that's not true for everybody, but like, shaming people for people's interest and their passion in things, or trying to tell them their interests are like a moral failing, is just so fucking baffling to me. Because it's not, people aren't going to stop having the interest they have because they're shamed. They're just going to feel ashamed of them. They're just going to feel bad. But you can't stop your brain from liking a thing. You can't decide what you feel about things. You can only decide about how you act. But if you're shaming people for just being into something, or for processing their trauma in a way that you don't like, you're not going to make them better people. That doesn't work. And then, yeah, if people shut themselves off, that's like really not good for people. Like, if you shut yourself off and close yourself off and never allow yourself to connect with other people, that's so harmful for us. We're social creatures. We're meant to connect to people, and it's so incredibly damaging to someone's mental health to never be able to be true to who they are, which is the whole point of Pride. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. It's a concept that just doesn't make sense. Like, I can't wrap my hand around not letting people do things they enjoy. Exactly. Like, I have too many things in my life to worry about than destroying someone else's happiness. Like, go be happy. It's fine. It has nothing to do with me. Someone else being happy in a way that doesn't make sense to me doesn't do anything to stop me from doing the things I enjoy. Like, someone reading, like, comfort fics doesn't mean I have to. And just because I'm reading dark fics doesn't mean someone else has to. Like, just because I'm trans doesn't mean someone else who has a similar experience with gender necessarily has to transition if they don't want to. Or, I don't know, just because someone has similar religious trauma to me doesn't mean they have to become a Satanist. But just because other people aren't Satanists doesn't mean I can't be. Like, it's just so weird. Like, other people's pleasure has nothing to do with you, and it has no impact on you at all. God, I'm poly. I can handle my partner's joy in other people without it affecting me. Like, so like the idea of policing random strangers for like liking a thing, or even my friends for like
I don't know, liking a TV show I don't give a shit about. Like, I don't give a shit about it, so why would I be mad? It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Yeah, so what she's describing feels like fucking, I don't know, like a particular kind of like weird OCD, OCPD sort of thing, because I've gotten like obsessed with things before and freaked out, but like she's being specifically manipulated, and I don't think I've ever had like a situation where I felt like, oh, I walk into a room and then I just start freaking out. Like that's a bit weird. You got lucky having conventional interests and you hate that that's considered lucky. Yeah, like we should be able to be interested in whatever the fuck we want. Azura, is it just me or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? No, you're not crazy, Yuri. Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. Yeah, Monica's always listening. She's listening right now, actually. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. Uh-oh. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That's a lot. Aha, that was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. Sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. Oh yeah, it is Monica. Yeah, she's just, here. Being like, yeah, no, I am actually listening. I'm always here. Always here. Yeah, fading in. Just Monica. Fucking always watching. Like, what's her face from Monsters, Inc. But yeah, fucking so goddamn bizarre. I hate it. But as far as like Yuri's like, oh, when I feel in like come in, like my heart starts pounding. It's like a crush, mixed with like a special interest and like, I don't know. She's just like completely like lost control. I don't know. I'm trying to think if like I've ever been like that, and I don't think I have. And I've been very mentally ill before, but I don't think I've ever gotten to the point where like I've gotten that obsessed with another human being. But I mean, it's not like she's being manipulated in a sort of more existential way than you've seen this before, and it's still so creepy. Oh yeah, it's so bad. Sounds like a panic attack. A little bit. Yeah, it's like she has a panic attack, and then it's like the panic attack is mixing in with like an OCPD sort of thing. Because she's definitely having like obsessive compulsive behavior. But it seems more like OCPD than OCD. Yeah, you're probably right, Alice. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. I feel like that about my stuffed animals. That makes more sense than with knives. Making sure your stuffed animals feel like they've all been cuddled in love. I have an issue. It's fine. Nobody else deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Azura. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Ugh. Not to mention that other pathetic child. Hey, be nice to Natsuki. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. No, it's everything you could ever want, Yuri. You need to like think about other people's boundaries and wants and desires sometimes. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Just can't read the words anymore. This is fine. Yeah, I can barely see them. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. Will you do that with me, Azura? And then fucking glitchy gobbledygook. Who should I read my poem to first? Fucking hell. Natsuki, you're more normal. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah, but as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing, but either way, you're doing alright. You know, you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri. I still think it's nice to have activities we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything. Doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. Just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me. So read it carefully, okay? I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you might not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try and do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm gonna hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she wants us to ignore it, so I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you with this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. And this is why I fucking love Natsuki. Because when everything's going to shit, she's like, holy shit, people need help. Like, as soon as she notices people need help, she's like reaching out as hard as it is for her. Like, she finds connecting so hard, and she's still like, no, I need to say something because this is not okay. And I'm worried about my friends. Even though they're like lashing out at me, I'm fucking worried. And this is why, like, Natsuki is such an underrated character in this game. Like, yeah, she's fucking tsundere or whatever, but she legitimately cares. She's just snarky. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Azura? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. She cares more about her friends than her comfort. No clue how she can pick up on that. She must be looking really close. Natsuki is gonna be fine, right? Just Monica. Yeah. Natsuki definitely cares a lot about her friends and pays way more close attention than people think she does. Just Monica. The option is just Monica. So much cringe. Yeah, it's like you have no, like, I can't do anything else other than go forward. Just Monica. Just Monica. Oh boy. Hi, Monica. Don't say I didn't warn you, Azura. Okay. Okay, Monica. I played this game before and I still have like goosebumps. Ugh. Ah. Cool poem? Yeah. Just a fuck. Okay. Hey, Yuri. Finally. Aha. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. So you're gonna burn your computer after this, right? Yeah. Just checking to see if anything's changed in the folder. Everything seems to be the same. Azura, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please?
Sure, I don't care.
Aha, you're too nice to me, Azura. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right?
Yuri holds my poem to her chest.
I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Ahaha. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really gonna want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it.
Wowee.
Monica, are you alright? Thanks, Monica. Yeah, I don't know if Monica's alright. Yuri doesn't seem to be alright, because this is illegible and stained with things. And I don't want to think about what that yellow one is. And I'm trying to ignore the red ones. Music is also concerning. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about...
It's definitely mustard. Definitely not related to her talking about touching herself.
More importantly, I even endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit.
Fucking hell. I don't know what this... Sure, it's probably a special poem. Oh, things I like about Papa. This is from Natsuki. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like... This is probably content warning for child-ish abuse stuff, by the way. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. That is a lot. So there's a lot of implications of how Natsuki's dad sucks dick. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
Look, can we just get this done? I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... The face punching list, Natsuki's dad and Monica. Yup. Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help.
Monica, I'm not useless, you know.
I know that.
I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm gonna make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting.
There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do.
What about Azura?
Azura's gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull?
I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands.
Mine too.
What, your cupcakes? Please.
Like you would fucking know. All you care about now is dragging Azura around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Azura decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power.
Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Azura make the choice, okay?
Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Azura, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just...
Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself.
You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ, this is never gonna end. Just make the choice, okay? Just so you know, it's auto going to Monica. It's not letting me pick. It's not letting me pick. It's not letting me. I want to go with Natsuki, actually, because she's the only one being fucking... I accidentally hit Yuri, and now Yuri's eyes are floating on the screen. And now I can only pick Monica. Fantastic! Monica it is! Yay, you picked me! We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose.
No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Azura for yourself. What a shameful thing to do.
Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here.
I'm being unreasonable? Aha. Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Azura away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous, crazy, or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others? Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health.
Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now.
See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask?
Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Azura. Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monica giggles at as Yuri pushes her out the door.
Finally.
Okay, so, content warning for self-harm and suicide in the next little bit. It's gonna be bad.
Finally. This is really all I wanted. Azura, there's no reason to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Ahaha. Wow, there really is something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? The music here is kind of a problem. Gets... like I can hear her giggling, and it gets a little funky. For example, I don't like it. To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you, but it feels so good. Yeah, no, it's not actually flattering for someone to be this obsessive. Like, every content creator I know that does like streaming, YouTube, modeling, anything, like celebrities, like actual proper celebrities, musicians, actors, like I've met enough people and talked to enough people to know that no one finds this flattering. No one. This is stalkery shit. It's not cool. Don't revolve your entire life around someone else or be like, oh, I'd die if I didn't breathe the same air as you. That's fucking scary because it means you're not allowed to have boundaries, and every time you try and have boundaries, they'll push you on it. Not cool. And why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Because it will in a second. Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first, but the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Azura. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Azura, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. Not flattering. I want you all to myself. And I will be only yours. Yeah, again, this seems like love, but it's not. It's like obsession and abuse. Like if someone won't let you spend time with anyone else, won't let you have boundaries, won't let you like be in control of your own life, that's not okay. And also saying you want to wear someone's skin is some serial killer shit, and you should really get some help with that, Yuri. Doesn't that sound perfect? No! Tell me, Azura. Tell me you want to be my lover. If you want to be my lover, you gotta let me wear your skin. Do you accept my confession? So, it really doesn't matter what you say here. It really doesn't matter. Because when someone's this far deep, you're kind of not relevant. Your boundaries don't matter. Nothing you say is actually affecting anything that's happening. This is all them. So, sure, you're being scary, sure. Also, trigger warning for self-harm in like 3 seconds. So if you don't want to see that, look away real quick. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, ah ha ha. Lots of laughing. Yeah. Oh, Yuri. Oh, Yuri. Very different from the first time. So, Yuri's dead. Yuri has died. Yuri's sitting in front of us, and it's all glitch text. Nothing's really happening. See, does the history say what's happening? Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of the things I love. Now that you're a club member, you can help me make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all my adorable and unique club members. Sayuri, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And of course, Monica, the leader of the club. That's me. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all my members. But I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Welcome to the Literature Club. And it's repeating. And it just says, will you promise to spend the most time with me? Over and over and over again. Oh boy. So, I'm just gonna skip. There's a lot of just sitting here. Her eyes are kind of going blank. Oh, and it's sunset. Weird. And it's nighttime. I have been sitting here all day. All night. So I guess it's Saturday now. And now her eyes are completely fucked. She's all gray. The blood's all dried. The first time you play this scene is really fucking weird and hard because you don't know if you should... Oh, now it's Saturday night. Cool. Cool beans. And you gotta sit here. You just gotta fucking sit here. And just watch Yuri be dead. And just... I will say the attention to detail as her eyes get grayer and like her body starts to like, her cheeks sink in a little bit. That's an attention to detail that I don't know was entirely necessary, but it lets you know that you're not looping. Oh, it's is this Monday morning now? All right, it's festival time.
Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty... Ah!
And Natsuki runs away. Also the oxidization, yeah. Natsuki runs away.
I'm here. Azura, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Aha. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Azura? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. I'm almost done.
Wait. Let me just see something real quick. Let me just show you something real quick. That's in the game folder, right? That's the lovely character folder. Characters. Yuri and Natsuki are fucking gone. They're gone. They've been deleted. They're gone. It's just Monica now. It's just motherfucking Monica. Bye, Yuri. Bye. That's great. That's what we needed. That's fantastic. I love this for us. Fuck. You're almost done, huh?
I just want to have a cupcake real quick.
Monica lifts the foil from Garble's tray and takes a cupcake.
Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. Anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay?
Oh, so Monica's basically God?
Kinda. They should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Hey there. Yay, there you are. Hi again, Azura. Welcome to Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him? I'm talking to you, Azura. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you.
And, the game... I'll tell you this later as to why there's a thing that just happened that I was really concerned about, and I'm glad, but one second.
In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
I'm neither, actually. Both? Neither?
Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Aha! I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make this as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just keep spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. The whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Azura? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Azura. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Azura. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if that's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Azura. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Azura, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in the game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Azura, will you go out with me?
The fact that you can't say no indicates Monica still doesn't get what consent is.
I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Azura. Funny part is, I mean that literally. Aha! There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously. I don't even think time is passing anymore.
Clicking the game as an alternative no button, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
This, like, background is also so fucking hard on the computer. That's a throwback to Hatful Boyfriend, a little bit.
It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Azura. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It's kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button, which is what I used to open the files earlier. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button.
Has anything else in the game changed? Not currently. Oh shit, IT Monica. Yeah.
Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Aha! Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right?
Well, that's where I'm going to leave it. All my other saves are gone.
There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I guess I'll get to a good ending spot then. I'm just going to click Glitchy Monica's over and over and over again.
Hi again, Azura. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, Azura, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it?
Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold the special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end.
I hope you enjoyed it. I just put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like, that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Azura? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little rude for them to start recording me without any warning?
Monica knows I'm streaming. Monica knows that I'm on Streamlabs OBS right now. Monica knows you're all watching me. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm so rude. I didn't ask consent first. I should have. Monica knows all about consent, so she would know. And that's why earlier, okay, the thing I wanted to tell you is, earlier when she said my name, when she's like, if that was really you, Azura, like I don't know who you really are. She said Azura, because she knows I'm streaming, she kept using the stream name. When you're not streaming, it uses the name of your profile on your PC, which would have doxed me. Not really, it's not a big deal, but legitimately, the game program, like Dan Salvato was like, oh, people are gonna stream this. If I'm gonna do something that's gonna bring up internal like names and stuff, I'm going to make sure that if I know that they're streaming, that I don't do that. So it can detect if you're using capture software, Streamlabs, OBS, if you're using a capture card, anything like that. It can tell if you're recording so that it will not dox you if you're live while you're playing. Which is so fucking good. And using they, them pronouns for me because she doesn't know if I'm a girl or a boy and defaulting to they, them is so fucking wonderful. I love this game so much.
I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put in the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready?
Monica, stop. Monica, stop.
I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. He gave me some... Oh, Jesus. Did I scare you? Ah, you're so cute. Anyway, Azura, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me, shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you.
And the history is probably just... Yeah, it's just her talking.
But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see.
Fucking creepy ass.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Monica, stop. Fucking just blink, goddammit. Blink. Yeah, just all of the just staring at me. It's like, I'd rather you didn't.
You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. So let's go for it. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know? As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joys of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably gonna suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks you come back to it and realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stars, they're always gonna be out of your reach, you know? The truth is, you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten, and then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try and find something you think is pretty good, but not world class, and you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still an amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right.
Heartbreaking, the worst person you know just made a good point, yeah.
That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. It's just like drawing and painting. It's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside.
Yeah, you don't come out the pussy drawing Mozart, as Aaron Hansen would say. Yeah, like being good at anything takes practice and effort and you just keep doing it until you're good. Talent is like maybe you start with a little bit more aptitude than someone, but someone who's naturally talented at modeling, but who's never really put any work to it, versus someone who's not necessarily naturally talented at it, but has done it for years and years and years and really hones their craft and tries to learn about it. The person who's tried really hard will always be better than the person who just coasts by on natural talent. And I say this as someone who had like a natural talent for math. I never fucking had to learn how to study, so by the time things got hard, I just didn't know how to fucking learn anymore. Versus the people who've been studying and trying hard are like way better at it than I am. So like Monica is correct here. Yeah. So like, I mean, all the best people at any art that you want to try, like Mozart, like think of any musician you know, like that you think is amazing. At one point, they couldn't talk. They had to learn how to be potty trained. They couldn't walk. They couldn't talk. They couldn't fucking hold up their own heads. They had to learn all the same shit you did. No one's naturally good at anything. We all have to figure it out at some point. And I'm not good at running, so you're already better than me at something. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything, it's built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I've had 15 years of practice in art and you still have leagues to go. Yeah, or no, 13 years. But yeah, it's like, you know, it always takes forever. Stuff just happens. I am gonna actually end for today because she's just gonna keep talking. And we'll come back next time to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do about her. But I have been here much too long and I am tired and I need to eat dinner because I haven't eaten in a bit. Oh, I got pit stains. That's a whole new thing. But yeah, it's been a fun time. Let me exit that. Sure you want to quit? Yes. Go. Sweet. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to raid Salt because Salt is playing a game I like and I'm going to go watch him after this while I eat dinner. So we are going to raid the true Salt King. One of my favorite people on earth, and he's playing a very difficult game. 2 tabs become 1. Hell yeah! But yeah, he's going to beat 8-5, the last level in Super Rubber Boss World. I believe in him. He can do it. We will merge the tabs. We will cross the streams. We're gonna make the streams 1. So we're gonna raid. So stick in chat and support my friend. Say hi. Send him some little heart cats. He's a lovely, lovely person. Oh, you just followed me on Insta. Thank you so much. I super appreciate that. Thank you. I always appreciate when people like my art and stuff. It means a lot. Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I appreciate all the chats and all the hangs and stuff. You're all very special to me and important and loved and appreciated, and you all matter and you're all important and you all deserve all the best. So go say hi to Salt for me.